Good to go, Mr. Mayor.
Mhm.
You are live.
Hello, everyone. This is High Point Mayor Jay Wagner. I'm calling to order our special meeting today. Purpose of this meeting is for the adoption of the proposed City of High Point fiscal year 2021-2022 annual budget and the related documents for that. I'll begin by calling the roll for this meeting. Councilman Michael Holmes, are you with us? Make sure you're unmuted if you're on council so we can hear you.
I am
Councilman Holmes,
here.
are you? Oh, you're here. Okay. Councilman Johnson, are you with us?
I am here, Mayor.
Councilwoman Peters, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Mayor Pro Tem Moore,
Yes, I'm here.
Councilman Williams,
I'm here.
Councilman Hudson,
Yes, I'm here, Mr. Mayor.
Councilman Jones,
Yes, I'm here.
Councilman Jefferson,
Yes, Mayor Wagner, I am here.
and of course I am present. So all members of council are present. We do have a quorum. At this point, the floor is open for a motion regarding the budget.
Motion to approve.
Okay, the motion's been made by Councilman Williams to approve the budget. Is there a second?
Second,
Okay, seconded by Councilwoman Peters. Okay, the floor is open for any comments regarding the budget.
Mayor Wagner, this is Councilmember Hudson. I would like to have the floor, if I may, for just a few minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
The two principal responsibilities of any city council are to establish policy and to approve the budget. We are performing one of those duties today, but we are completely ignoring the other one. The established policy of this city council is to give funds to nonprofit organizations through our nonprofit allocation process. This process is clear. It was created by city council to act as a vehicle to distribute funds to High Point nonprofit agencies. It is well vetted and it has been very effective way to help nonprofit organizations use city funds for specific projects that help all of the citizens of High Point. It has been the policy of the city of High Point to not include nonprofit organizations as a line item in the city's budget. And there are very good reasons for this policy, primarily that it is impossible and not prudent for this city council to pick and choose one agency to receive funding while ignoring the remaining city nonprofit agencies. The Arts Council, for example, has requested for at least 10 years to be included as a line item in the city budget. And it has always been this city council's response that the city does not wish to pick and choose between nonprofit agencies. That has always been wise policy to not play favorites. By placing Southwest Renewal Foundation in our budget as a line item expense, some of the members of this city council are stating that the Southwest Renewal Foundation is more important than the dozens and dozens of other nonprofit agencies who are not receiving funding. The Hayden Harmon Foundation, the Lenny Peters Foundation, the Congdon Foundation, the Hayworth Foundation, none of these are included as line items on the budget. Why is Southwest Renewal? The YWCA is not included. The Greater High Point Food Alliance is not included. Open Door Ministries is not included. Why is Southwest Renewal receiving public money and these other nonprofit organizations are not? This line item also takes taxpayer money from the entire city and distributes it solely to Ward 3 and only to the southwest quadrant of Ward 3. Citizens in Ward 6 are paying taxes for a program that only benefits the southwest quadrant of Ward 3. Citizens of wards 4 and 5 are paying taxes for a program that only benefits the southwest quadrant of Ward 3. If the goal is for economic development, then we should increase the economic development budget by $50,000. If the goal is to build a greenway, we should increase the Parks and Rec budget by $50,000. If the goal is to provide more sidewalks, we should increase the transportation budget by $50,000. As the budget stands now, a recurring $50,000 line item for Southwest Renewal Foundation is unfair to the High Point taxpayer. It sets a terrible precedent for the future, and I will not be supporting the approval of this budget for these reasons. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Hudson. Is there anyone else who'd like to be heard?
Yes, Mayor Wagner, this is Mayor Pro Tem Moore. Thank you for your comments, Councilman Hudson. The challenges I have, I've never voted on a budget that I liked everything about it when presented in such a big budget. Matter of fact, I don't like everything that falls in my home budget. The weekend coming off COVID is so freeing, and you can feel it in the air, and the feeling of the stadiums, the things that are going on. The ramifications of COVID, outside of the loss of life, which is tragic, and the illness, have a huge financial impact. Even our Guilford County manager recently in their talks stated in the paper, we're at the very tip of an iceberg with this manna from heaven, money from DC coming down to artificially stimulate our losses. We were running at a 10 to 12% increase up through fiscal year and a year ago last February prior to COVID. There's a lot of unanswered questions on how we're going to rebound, how quickly we're going to rebound. And I feel like some of the, we've had large numbers of vacancies that staff have shared with us in key positions in our city. We've been challenged by competitive cities for our talent. I commend our staff and employees for the job that they continue to do. But I feel like some of these positions that are placed in this budget, the timing is wrong. So for several reasons, mainly fiscal, I think this is not a responsible answer at this time. And I will not be supporting this budget.
Is there anyone else who'd like to be heard?
This is Councilmember Jones. I want to echo basically what Wesley said. I fully support doing projects in our city that improve the look and feel, and especially things that have to do with safety in our city. But I don't agree with putting line items in our budget that go specifically to a nonprofit. I think that should always follow under the same processes that we've been using since I got elected, and that is to factor in the 3 cents on the tax dollar that we have already decided is a fair use to go towards nonprofits, and consider it in that method, and not to put it in line on the budget. It's not that I don't want the project to happen. It's just the method of how you pay for it and from what account. And so that's my 2 cents. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else before we call the vote? Okay, hearing none, we'll now call for the vote. Make sure you're unmuted when you vote. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Johnson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Peters?
Aye.
Councilman Moore?
No.
Councilman Williams?
Aye.
Councilman Hudson?
No.
Councilman Jones,
No.
Councilman Jefferson,
Aye.
and the mayor votes aye. Budget is approved by a vote of 6-3. Okay, this is I want to thank the staff for doing a good job of working us up a budget in another kind of weird year, and all their work during the past year, getting us through COVID and watching our budget numbers so intensely during a time period really where we didn't know exactly what the impact was going to be. So I want to thank Eric Almeida especially, and Randy McCaslin and the others for what they've done in the last year of keeping track of our figures and helping us guide us through a very, very tough year. With that, there's no more business to come before the meeting. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Mo-
Johnson.
Made by Councilman Holmes and I believe seconded by Councilman Johnson. Is
Yes,
there
sir.
anyone, since we're all remote, I'll call the roll rather than handling it the other way. Anyone who'd like to be heard prior to adjournment? Okay, hearing none. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Johnson,
Aye.
Councilwoman Peters,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Moore,
Aye.
Councilman Williams,
Aye.
Councilman Hudson,
Aye.
Councilman Jones,
Aye.
Councilman Jefferson.
Aye.
Okay, and mayor votes aye. So we are now adjourned by a vote of 9-0. Hope everybody will come out and see the Rockers game tonight, first home game. And hope to